Hello everyone and welcome back to another PvP video of World of Warcraft The Paladins Season 2. We're going to talk about today on how you can find PvP talents that is efficient and you know that, okay, these talents are actually legit. Because you could of course go to Wowhead, Icy Veins, whichever website you know out there, which always have like, good PvP guides and builds and blah, 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 blah. And of course, you maybe know this content creator who always have like the best builds or whatever he says that he thinks is the best always for PvP. But what about actually maybe using builds that is based on data, facts, science? The builds that is actually proven to be the best builds in the game. And you might ask me now, what are you saying? Are you saying that my favorite content creator is Spec is wrong? No, that's not what I'm saying, because you can basically build your spec as you want and of course master that and you will become best in that spec. But maybe you wanted to try the best spec based on data, and data doesn't lie. But maybe you want to try start with the best, like if you're new, let's say you want to play Frosthaven Knight tomorrow and you want to do only PvP now, just like me, kind of taking a break from PvE. And you're thinking, what spec should I do? Like what talents should I do? Like what is a good starting point? And you're looking at all these guides and you're like, oh my god, all these people are saying different things, but what about data? And yeah, I know I've talked now for 2 minutes without actually showing you what I'm talking about. Let me show you. There is this website here called normal u.gg. This website here is phenomenal. So basically what you do when you get to this website here is that of course you pick World of Warcraft. You pick World of Warcraft, you take PvP tier list, and here now it's very important you pick what are you gonna do. Are you gonna be a DPS, tank, or healer? Yes, tanks is actually a thing in PvP, if you didn't believe that. But let's say you want to play a DPS like 80% of the players. And now you have to choose, what is this for? Is this for 2 versus 2? Is this for 3 versus 3? Or is this for battlegrounds? So of course this one is for rated battlegrounds, but what works in rated battlegrounds of course also works in normal battlegrounds, if you know what I mean. So we're gonna do rated battlegrounds because that's what I do. I do solo rated battlegrounds, the solo blitz one, and I do normal battlegrounds. I don't do arena. For some reason I don't really find arenas fun, but I like solo rated battlegrounds, and battlegrounds. That is fun. So I choose rated battlegrounds, I choose DPS, and now you can sort on tier. So basically what this is u.gg is leeching data. They're taking data directly from the World of Warcraft API. So that means every person who's on the leaderboard of the World of Warcraft website, that data is available through an API call. So what they do is they take every single day, they update the database with new data. What they do is they see on the top 100 leaderboard, right, or top 500 leaderboard, they're seeing, okay, how many people is there? What classes are they? What spec are they? What rating are they? They put it all together, and then you get this. Here you can see the popularity right now as a DPS in Rated Battleground is right now 9.1 person is playing Balanced Druid. So if you're watching this video right now and you're playing a Balanced Druid, you're not very unique because there's a lot of you. Like almost 10% of every single Rated Battleground player is a Balanced Druid. That's a lot of Balanced Druids. Like look at the jump. The next one is a Marksmanship Hunter, which is 5.9. So I don't know why, but Balanced Druids in PvP has just like exploded. It's insane. But going back here, we sort of on tier. So we can, for example, see right now the S tiers is the Balanced Druids, Arms Warriors, Havoc Demon Hunter, Devastation Evokers, Marksmanship Hunter, Arcane Mage, Frosthaven Knight, and Feral Druids, and Arms Warrior again. You might think, okay, why is some classes, like why are there 2 Assassins Rogues? That's because they are grouping them based on the hero talents, the talents, the talents you have here in the middle. This in the middle is very important and does a huge difference on how you play. So based on this one here in the middle here, they have categorize them because they can see, you know, what spec people are playing when they take the data from World of Warcraft's API. So let's see here. For example, in my case, here we got the Feral Druid here. It's a S tier. It has currently an average rating of 653. Remember, it's week 1 of season 2. People are still struggling to get up in rating. In a week, it's going to probably be average rating is 1,200. In 2 weeks, it's going to be 1,800. It's going to increase slowly. So don't worry about that. We can currently see the data that they have taken. There's 26 players right now doing rated battlegrounds, and 26% of them is playing, of course, the Feral Druid Wildstalker, and then it's a popularity right now of 3.9. Again, there's way many more Feral Druids, but this is just on. I could imagine it's only the American leaderboard they're looking at, maybe the Europe one, I don't know. But right now on the rated battleground, whatever the data they have gotten, they have found that there's 26 Feral Druids. So now when you click on the Feral Druid, it will actually show you the spec that most people are using, but also with the highest rating. So you can see here that 4% of all the Feral Druids with a median rating around 1,500, 1,500, is using this spec. Of course, right now the percentage is very low. Next week it's probably going to be maybe 10%, 20%. You know, like people, they start using the same specs like more and more and more. Once someone gets high up in rating, people start copying his build, and everyone will start slowly using the same spec. We are currently in the first week of season 2, which means everyone is still testing around the talents. And then someone will find this meta spec, and then it will be like pretty much the here. But again, here you can see this spec here is used by 3.993 of all the 26 Feral Druids. And then it says here the talent popularity is, so the talent itself here, well, I actually don't really know the difference between these two, because down here it says here that 10% of all the players is actually using, oh yeah, okay, so this is probably just like, yeah, okay, this is just a Wildstalker. My bad. This is just showing that of all the people on rated battleground, 3.93 of them is playing Wildstalker. So that's just like, you know, Wildstalker. It's just like how many is Feral Druids with Wildstalker. The talents then down here is now saying that 10% of all the Feral Druids right now on the leaderboard for rated battlegrounds is using these talents. So now you know by fact, by data, that okay, 10% of all the Feral Druids on the leaderboard right now are using the exactly same talent. So it must mean something like, you know, these people are on the leaderboard. They know, I mean, I would believe they know what they're doing. So, and they all are using this, like 10% of them is using this talent here. And as I said before, more and more people will start using the same talent. You know, they're gonna start using the same talents because they see these top 5 Feral Druids, they all use the same talents. So maybe I should also try and start using these talents. And what you do is you just basically click copy, you go back to your game, you click into your talents, you go down here and say import, you paste it in now, and you call it whatever you want, PvP 4.0, something like that. So you can say PvP 4.0. And then basically it's going to import it. I can already now see, looking at that website and looking at my spec, it has already changed, because I actually took the newest one that was the most popular yesterday, and they started using rejuvenation and not this one here called perfectly owned instinct. But now I can see they have redone that now they don't use rejuvenation anymore, and they use perfectly owned instinct anyway. So you can also see like how fast this is changing, because of course people are experiencing, like they're testing with new talents, and every day when they get new data, it will find out more about like which spec are people mostly using. Also down here, very, very importantly, it shows which PvP talent are people mostly using, because that was probably your next question. 92% is using Wicked Claw, which is of course one that you need to have because it does reduce healing. Infected wounds can now stack up to 2 times and reduce 10% of all healing received by a target pact. Infected wounds can now also be applied from RIP. Tiger, less pursuit, so after 3 seconds after leading cat form or travel form, you retain 40% of the movement speed. And then people are kind of debating if Strength of the Wild or Ferocious Wound is the best one. Strength of the Wild is really cool because, this is not a feral guide, so let's not go into that. Because, this was not, we're not supposed to talk about feral druids. And then down here, they are trying to show us what the meta items people should buy, but this is kinda outdated, kinda. What they show is that you should craft the ring, and the neck. That one I can agree on, because I see most people do that, and what I did with the boots, that was maybe a dumb idea. And then what they show rest of them is, funny enough, they show all the blood tokens items, if I don't look wrong, like all these items here. I'm pretty sure that is prized aspirant letter. That's actually the honor gear. So they don't show any like conquest items yet, which is funny. But this probably has to be updated because it's probably still like out of date. And then you can also see like this is actually also wrong. This is also wrong. But at least the specs up here is currently, and this is changing every single day. You can always see like what is the most popular one, and the more data they get in every single day, it's going to upgrade. So again, basically my point with this video here, if you're still wondering what my point with this video is, that this is going to help you understand to fast find a spec that is proven by data. Most of the people on the leaderboard is using this one. I know someone maybe used a very unique build that no one else is using, could maybe be the best one, but again, this is what the most people are using right now. And you can again go in and you can find any build you want in here. And then remember, they also have a mythic dungeons rating, so it's not only PvP. And I could also choose like the balance druid, that we could see, okay, 5% of all the balance druids are using this spec here. So not that many, but at least it shows that most balance druids are using this one here. And also they're using these PvP talents here. So, yeah. So I hope this video was somehow useful for you. And again, this is from the website called u.gg. I'm not affiliated with them. I am not sponsored by them. I just use this website, and I think it's a super cool website because it's not based on someone's opinion. It's data driven. It's purely data from the World of Warcraft site. No personal opinions about what they think, the people who makes the guides. It's data. Data. So yeah. Thanks for watching. I appreciate you all for watching. I know it's been a very long video. If you want to have tips on how to get the best gear possibly for you right now in the first week of Season 2, I have just made another video about that as well. So yeah. Thanks for watching. Leave down a comment what you think, and feel free to subscribe if you want to see more World of Warcraft content, and especially funny memes or more PvP. Peace out.